Hi guys, and welcome to episode 3 of Surviving with Redstone. Today we're going to be looking at traps. So, I know it's been a long time since I've done a recording, but I'm back. Hopefully I'm around for a bit longer. I have a lot of schoolwork, but anyway, beside the point, hope you enjoyed the new intro. Good friend of mine, Aquilius, built that for me. Hope you like it, and I hope you like the new sound of my new mic. I hope it sounds crisp and good. Anyway, on with the tutorials. So today we're going to be looking at traps. Now, surviving, requires catching a few prey every now and then. So today we're going to be looking at different forms of traps. Now the first one we're going to do is a very simple inverted system. Now that involves just tricking people to mine a block which causes TNT to explode. Pretty simple. So what we're going to do is do a very simple inverter system. So we can do it like this and set the TNT. Now we can't set it right on top of this block here because it will ignite, but we'll just set it here for instance. So when someone comes along and doesn't see the TNT and mines this block, boom. However, this gives them time to run back, like so. Now, this is probably going to do a lot of damage to all my building area, but that's okay. Anyway, so that's one downfall with that design, but it's pretty simple and doesn't take a lot of resources. So, next one we're going to look at is a bit more difficult. You can put in the ground. It's going to be very helpful though. So, what it involves is a block update detector. Now, if you don't know what that is, I'll kind of give you a rough re-look at it. We did look at it back in the days of my old tutorials, so feel free to look at those, but I'll do a pretty simple block update detector for you guys. So if we look here, now a block update detector is pretty simple. All you have to do is make sure you power the block diagonally. So if we power it like this, update it, it's safe. So now it will, any block placed around anywhere of the piston will update it and it will retract again. So there's wiki documentation of why this works, but I'm not going to go into that. But all we're going to do is we're actually going to use this to our benefit. So what we're going to do is we're going to dig down 3 blocks into the ground, and 2 here and here, and we're going to build one. But what we're going to do is we're going to attach some TNT on the back of it. So right here, we're going to cover it up, and like so. And so now, right there is the block. Now if we update any of these 3 blocks here, it's going to release that TNT, and we're going to explode. So you hear it explode, and boom. Now, it's a pretty simple design. You can put it in the ground, you can put it in the wall, so we can just put it in the wall like here instead. So, like so. That. And it will do the same effect. So, I won't build the whole thing. Actually, I will. So, as you can see, so someone comes along with the block, explosion. Pretty simple. So, this is going to take a while to clean up. Anyway, so the next one we're going to do is the same design, but we're going to put it in a tree. Now, I've seen plenty of designs on Reddit that will give you it inside the trunk. It uses sand, but it's very noticeable because you have this, like, redstone torch sticking at the top. Doesn't look too good. So, we're going to look at that one next. So with this design, what we'll do is we're going to incorporate it in the bottom of a tree, so when people come along and mine it, we can kill them. Sounds so bad. Now, the one issue with this design is that we can't have the TNT sit here and have a power source in here, for instance, and pull it up and explode there, like we were doing before. Because, as you saw there, extend it. So we can't use this design. So we have to look at something else a bit different. So we're still going to use this piston in the trunk here. We're just going to design it a little bit differently. So what we're going to do is we're going to move out some space here. And just, there we go. And okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use some interesting block interaction, which I mentioned before in previous tutorials as well. So we can look at those if you want to on my channel. Don't worry. Anyway, so if we have this piston push this block into place here, now as you can see here, all these points here are going to have power to them. So what we're going to do is we're going to simply wire it all up. So what we do here is just get in behind it of each of them. Making a mess of my building area. I'm going to have to take a few hours to clean it up once we're done here, but anyway. So you can simply have a block, torch in each of these corners. So it does use a little bit more resources, but you actually get to keep some of it back. This piston won't get blown up in the explosion, so you won't actually lose it. So if we put TNT here, 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 and here, we just cover it all up. We don't even have to cover the whole thing, we just have to make sure it's invisible to the player. So there we go. So it's all set. So now what we're going to do is simply start the pod switch. Now, I have a feeling I'm probably going to do this wrong and something's going to explode, but we're going to. So, we can see here. This is going to go horribly wrong, actually. I know I can feel it already in my veins. I've done it wrong. Just put that there to hold it on. And pull it up one. There we go. So now we can remove that, and it's okay. So now the person will come along and mine the tree, and you can hear it go. Ooh, spooky music. And there we go. So that's a big explosion. But as you can see, you do get to keep a lot of the resources, like the main part of it, the piston, which costs a little bit of resources you can actually keep. So it is good, but the same issue applies. You're going to be hearing this sudden, obviously, TNT sound, and hopefully spooky music. So it does cause an issue, because people will just run away. So that's the next issue. Now, I've kind of blown up each of my corners, so I'm going to have to do a quick repair job, and I'll get back to you guys. Actually, no, I'll just keep it here. Why not? But yeah, so I kind of came up with a design that would kind of resolve this, because the first instinct of someone when they hear a TNT going off is to run away. So what we're going to do is we're going to catch them. Actually, let's use this tree over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the same design. Now, it takes a little bit to build, so I'll try to be fast, because I don't want to have long tutorials like some people do. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, just don't like having long ones. Anyway, so what this does is actually, when people run away, we're actually going to catch them then. So, it sounds a bit odd, but it implies the same principle. So we're going to do the same thing, but this time, we're simply just going to stretch out the wire. So, if you look here, do the same sort of deal, but what we're going to do is we're going to move them a bit further away. So as you can see here, this is where the TNT will go off from now. So if we just remove this, yeah, perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to put TNT in this hole here. I'm not going to do it right away because I'm going to put bricks on it. But so instead of, when they start moving away from the hissing noise, they're going to move into this TNT area here. Now what we're also going to do is if they move sideways, we're going to catch them there. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in a repeater, like so, and then we can put TNT here as well. So these two spots here and here, all around the tree, they'll all be active. Now I'm just going to fast forward me doing the same thing. It's the same design, just everywhere else. So and I think that's it. So basically what we've done is that there's going to be 8 pieces of TNT surrounding this tree. Now we can also, if we wanted to, expand it even further out, just using by more block interaction, so we can pull out a repeater here and run cable out this way and run it even further if we wanted to. But generally people will kind of stay in the area of the TNT, so hopefully we can still catch them off guard. Now this alone might not catch them, they might be just standing here, might get hurt just that little bit, not enough. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to be a little bit more sneaky. We're going to put some bit of lava underneath, just so make sure they really get hurt. Kind of sounds bad. Anyway, so what we do is we're just going to go one block under, one block under again, and not there. So you can use water or whatever you really want, but what I'm going to use is I'm going to use some TNT. Ooh. Lots of the new noises, they're actually quite interesting. This is all the new snapshot music, so sounds, so we're going to be hearing a lot of that. So what we do is we do a pit like this, put on there, and break the block underneath. So this whole area will be flooded with TNT now. So we're going to do the same thing in here as well. So this is where the TNT sits, we have to go underneath. And so the lava's going to sit there, so we have to just dig out this space in here. Now, I know this is really pretty hard in survival, but you can do a lot of stuff from just up here, and you can remove a lot more of the stone. I'm just trying to keep it pretty simple. So I'll set it today again, and I'll probably fast forward again to just complete this up. Alrighty, so now the lava's all in place. Now what we have to do is just kind of seal it back up. So we don't even have to seal it that much, we're just going to make sure that the TNT can sit somewhere nicely. So all we have to do is simply just put TNT spots back, and that is about it. So, what I'm going to do before I put the TNT in this time, so I don't blow myself up, is I'm simply just going to cover this little bit area up, and all the areas other than where the TNT goes. So here and here. Oops. And there we go. Yeah. So now we're just going to get the piston ready. And here we go down. Zip this out. Okay, and so we're just going to put the TNT in now. So one good thing about this is it's very close to the surface, so it will do a lot of damage to the player themselves, and also, oh, this music is ominous. And we're also going to just kind of clean it up, so that you're going to explode them, but also dump them into lava. So now it's all set up. We can remove this, and it's ready to go. It looks normal. Now one issue is the sound engine's been changed, so you can actually hear the lava. That might be causing an issue. So you might need to lower the lava or something like that, but I just love the rain. Oh, it's horrible. Anyway, so you might have to lower the lava so they don't hit the sound, but otherwise, they come along, start mining this tree. Oh wait, I've got a block. They start backing away. They fall into lava. So as you can see, actually some of the lava got destroyed by the TNT, so you might need to drop the lava a few blocks so it doesn't get destroyed, but generally we drop them into the lava and create a fairly massive hole. So if you put it right out to their base, they're going to be pretty ticked off. So those are my pretty simple traps using some simple blood switches and things like that. So when you're trying to play on a deathband server and try to get someone really good, you might want to use one of these. Anyway, I'm Captain Ayres, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, have a nice night.